Well, hello there. Today I'm about to be visited by the building department to have an inspection of my glamping operation here. And I've got all of my papers and permits and all the stuff, the stuff that I have to operate this unique glamping site that I have here in Monument, Colorado. It stemmed from a violation that I got from the county. Now I've gotten all my permits for my special use permit. I've got videos on that and things like that, that it was a fight and there was tension, but we ended up getting it. And now I'm legally allowed to have a glamping operation here. But the violation came from a new guy. He's a new enforcement officer who visited the property and claimed that I am in violation of the permit that I do have. We've been kind of arguing with him for the last several months about it because I don't believe we're in violation. He believes we are. And pretty much won on every issue. We even had the planning director come out, and I've talked to my commissioner about it, but he's getting me with building permits. Now this is out of his jurisdiction. So he looked at one of my tents and said, this is clearly a structure. And I said, clearly it's not, it's a tent. It's a really nice tent, but he was pointing to things like there's a door on it and there's pergola timbers and things like that. So it looks really cool. But he was saying it's not a tent. Our argument was, I say our argument because I did hire lawyers for this, but our argument is that it is a tent and this is out of your jurisdiction anyway. This is a building code violation if you say. So he turned me into the regional building department, and now today's inspection is with the building department. So I've gotten all my act together. The building department is pretty cool about this, and they like what I'm doing, but they have their code and we have to follow it. So a couple of things, as far as a tent goes, we have, and I have ready for them, the plans that we submitted to the county so that this is what we're gonna build, and they're gonna be really nice tents. They're not gonna be just pop-ups, and it all meets building code as it is drafted. As far as the doors go, and whether a door makes it a non-tent is really kind of a ridiculous claim, and we're pushing back on that. I asked Ruben Martinez, the president of the American Glamping Association, explain what a tent is and what a tent is expected to be in the glamping community. Yeah, they're really nice, but they are definitely tents with canvas walls and really meant to build a recreation around staying outdoors in a really nice place without being in a stuffy sleeping bag. Well, I should show you, let me show you the people who came out after I was reported to the building department. We had a very nice enforcement officer come out, and she gave me two really stop work orders, but they were followed up with notices of non-compliance. And they're two separate things. The modification of our decks and hot tub hookups. And then the other one was structures for tankless water heater and hot tubs and things like that. So the tent argument, I think we can win and say, hey, this is a tent. Oh, and another thing is that we did get someone from the building department declare it a tent. And that was the floodplain zone. So I've got a copy of his email saying, based on everything, we declared a tent. So that's a tent. Okay. As far as the structures go, we do have park units on our property, and they're container homes. They're really nice container homes, but they are not meant for kind of goes back to the shipping containers being used as living spaces without proper permits. We dealt with the building department a few years ago about this, and we had to make the decision of whether we were going to get them engineered and permitted like a structure, or if we were going to put them on wheels and get them registered with the DMV. We chose the latter. It's just more inexpensive, less hassle, it's less scrutiny from the government to get those properly permitted. And so what I have here are all the vehicle registrations and most of the titles. One of the titles is on the way in the mail. We even put the license plates and the registration on the units, just like a trailer would. So I mean, we're not gonna drive them on the road, but they're set in place and they are modified as living units, but they're much like an RV. Well, good morning, I'm filming myself. That will hopefully show the building department that this is in a different jurisdiction. This is with the highway department, the DMV. That's how we're permitting our our structures. And I think they advise us to do it that way. So I think there's not going to be an issue with that. Once he sees it, he's not even going to look at them. I mean, that's the thing. As far as the hot tubs go, hot tubs need to be permitted if they're deeper than 24 inches. And they're about 28, 30 inches deep. So we're really kind of bordering the depth of the water. We have a solution in place that if they wanted to scrutinize that, we are going to put pebble rock at the bottom and just kind of raise it a few inches so that we clear the 24 inches. And they're small hot tubs. They're not ginormous, huge ones. We're right there at the limit, and I want to just solve it if he brings that up. Some other things we've got at our disposal is if they want to get into septic tank stuff, we've got our septic tank stuff. If they want to get into electrical stuff, we've got a letter from our electrical installer who installed our electricity, and we got that in place just to talk through that. We did do some excavating ourselves. He might find that scrutinous. We just see it as a step up from an extension cord. So I don't know what he's going to say about that. I mean, we'll see. The point is what we're trying to do is today, after this inspection, we have everything tight and compliant with the building department. We don't want to go back to the building department. We don't with other stuff. We don't want the building department to come to us with other stuff. We want this to be kind of blessed by the building department, so that we can go back to the county and saying, yes, this is a tent, and we're going to continue to build them this way because we are allowed. It's kind of an inconvenient. Well, it's really inconvenient. I mean, this takes up a lot of time. I'd rather be taking care of guests, checking into our tents, honestly. But we have to comply with the county that we're in, as well as the building department's jurisdiction. We're having to stand up for our rights and be diligent. Be diligent as well as steadfast, and saying this is what we're trying to build, and we believe we're allowed to build it. And that's just kind of the nature of the glamping industry, or any kind of development industry. I'm going to put this video out. I hope it helps people when they have to deal with their government jurisdictions in their area.